once a week, we need to do a major oiling of our punches. So we want to start by taking a piece of newspaper, a piece of construction type paper, any kind of paper that's going to be absorbent, because we want to absorb the oil off of the presses as it runs. And we want to very liberally oil these punches. Now, I like to give it about 8 to 10 drops thereabouts. Remember, I am using a pen oiler or a needle oiler, so that does change based on the type of oiler you're using. And you'll get used to the proper quantity of oil as you do this on a weekly basis. Now we want to call up the design. Now, I've already sent over the oil run design to the machine. You're going to find that on your USB key that came with the machine that's labeled ProSpangle, the gray key. And the first thing we want to do is put this machine into what we call a free run. And what the free run does is it will actually make the punch units go up and down, but it won't advance the spangle tape. So it's going to punch out one little spangle, and then the punch is going to go up and down in that same hole, so the tape is never advancing. So to get into free run mode, we want to make sure that we're in main menu, which we are right now. Okay, so if you were in a design, of course, hit end. And now we want to go to menu 3, hit set to get into it, and using our speed up, speed down, there's our free run setting. Hit set to get into it, and then simply hit the up button to turn it on, and hit set. And now we are in free run mode. Now we're going to bring up our design. So we want to go back to our main menu, hit set, find the oil run design, hit set, okay, and we want to set our press units. Now the way this design runs is it runs 6 different press units, literally 1 through 6. So I'm going to go unit change. For color number 1, I want to use press unit 1. For number 2, I want to use press unit 2. For 3, I want to use 3. So on and so forth. Okay. Now we want to make sure that we center the table. So using the arrow keys, we'll get the table somewhat centered. Move that paper over a touch. And now we want to find our home position. Trace twice, set. Okay, we'll move that back again. And now we want to trace. And that design is going to stay on the paper perfectly fine. Now, let's start it running. What you're going to see on the paper is you're going to see little spots of oil. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue to run this design as many times as we need to until we no longer see any oil on the paper. Once we get to the point where we no longer see oil coming out, we want to run it one more time just to ensure that we're ready to start running for the day. Now we're stopping the machine, I want the camera to see a real nice close-up of what this is looking like. So if I move the paper here, this design has finished running, you can see all of this oil on the paper. Okay, that's what all those dark marks are, like over here, this whole section here. Okay, again, we want to keep running this design until we no longer see that on the paper. But that's the oil coming out of those punches, so we're getting all that excess oil off. When you do this, what you're also going to find is some of this newspaper print may get onto your table. Just take a little alcohol, a little isopropyl alcohol on a rag and wipe the table off as you would during your normal cleaning, and that will clean it off. If you don't want to get the newspaper print on there, like I said, you can use more of like a construction paper or the type of paper they use in like a butcher shop that'll absorb moisture, in this case the oil. Once I'm done running this, I actually like to change the paper occasionally. I may not change it for the first couple of runs. When I'm getting down near the end, I do like to change it so that I can see whether the marks are truly gone or not. The other thing that we want to do is, when we're done with this, we need to make sure we go back to the control panel and take the machine out of free run mode. So we're simply going to go back into the control panel, and we're going to go into our main menu. So we're going to end. We're going to go into menu 3, hit set, find the free run mode, free run setting, set, and then hit the down arrow to bring it back to off and hit set. Now we can hit previous, and now we're ready to start running our production for the day.